we have to let the word out that when you come to New York, we're not going to have more hotel rooms. We don't have capacity. So we have to also message properly that we're at our limit. If you're going to leave your country, go somewhere else. But the smarter thing is to apply for asylum before you leave your country.
If you're going to leave your country, go somewhere else. And look, I know it's a simplistic point that has been made by 1,000 people before me, but I'm a simple man, so I'll just make it too. It is hilarious how these communists are all pro-illegal immigration right up to the point where they have to deal with them, right to the point where they have to feed them, house them, educate them. Now they all sound like me. Joining me now, Karol Markowicz. She is, of course, an author. She wrote a book called Stolen Youth. It's quite good, if I may say so myself. And she's a former New Yorker. Karol, look, everybody's made the point, so it's not like it's original, but these people really do not like having to deal with the illegal immigrants they claim to love.
Yeah, it's funny because when I saw Kathy Hochul, she also said yesterday that New York is full and New York is at capacity. And I was like, wow, she sounds a lot like Jessie. So, maybe she's watching the show. I just feel like, of course, if you say Texas is full and at capacity, you're a horrible racist. When she says it, she's just telling the truth. Look, it's funny because I have heard from a lot of New Yorkers who, I self-identify as liberals, and they're saying it's really bad. It's really bad. I live near one of these hotels. They tell me the garbage is bad, the crime is bad. Like, things have just gotten out of control. And the thing is, what did they believe was happening in the Texan border towns? What did they think was happening in these tiny towns as people cross the border illegally and set up shop there? This is New York City. You should have space for everybody, right? I mean, what did they think was happening in Texas?
Karol, I'm glad you brought up your liberal New York friends, because we have, as you mentioned, the crime's really bad. The trash is really bad from what I understand from my New York friends. We have this thing with the schools. Well, we have a little clip on it here.
What did you think that as AOC, well? When she came out and other members of Congress, they had this press conference. What do you think about their comments?
They will never be allowed to walk down the streets again. They have destroyed our city, and New York, especially Queens, is woken up, and they will not be here again without hearing from us. And the people need to stand up and take our city back. Right. Take it back.
Take it back. I have family members waiting 7 long years in Colombia. They filed legal petitions. What message are you sending to the world? Break the law. Come, we give you everything free. Joe Biden, do you think that's going to stop the border?
Karol, are they mad enough to change how they vote? Are they as mad as those gentlemen?
I don't think so, Jessie. I hope so. I would love to see that be, the turning point for New York to climb out of the place that it's been for the last few years, but I just really don't think so. I feel like a lot of New Yorkers are not making the connection that these men are making. So I know that you know this about me, but I'm a refugee. I was born in the Soviet Union. I came to America as a kid, but there was a process. My family waited in Italy and waited for permission to be allowed in. Plenty of people were denied. People went to Australia, people went to Canada, people went to Israel, people went to other European countries. And because America told them no, or because, that was the only country that let them in. But now it's like you get on a plane and you just come. The guy who's saying my family's been waiting in Colombia for 7 years, you kind of feel for them, because literally the easier way for them would just be to take a flight to Mexico and cross the border and you're in. And, it really does shake up the process when people are not waiting their turn. I really feel for this man and his family, because they're not getting in because other people are cutting the line, and that seems to be okay.
Karol, I find this dynamic within the Democrat Party interesting. Joe Biden famously visited New York City over the past few days, went up there to raise some of those New York City dollars, didn't meet with Eric Adams, didn't go to any of the illegal immigrant hotels. Adams has been chirping at him publicly. This is going to cause a problem for Biden, right?
Is it? You know, the thing is also that I don't want to give any credit whatsoever to Mayor Adams or Governor Hochul. They are responsible for this just as much as any other Democrat. What they're saying right now, if you listen to Hochul, she's not saying, you know, let's kick them out. She's not saying they broke the law to get here, we have to stop this. She's not saying let's close the border and really contain the flow. No, she's saying we need more money. We need to legalize basically the people that are here and give them work permits. And Mayor Adams, who's been seen as some kind of moderate on immigration, is literally saying the same thing. He's saying, yeah, they all broke the law to get here, but now that they're here, let's give them work permits and let them work so that we don't have to take care of them. I'm sorry, but that's not moderate. That is far, far left. They're, you know, as you say, communists. And I think that applies to all of them. So is Biden in trouble? No, they're all on the same team.